Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're...
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Turns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage.
Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 40. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The numbers for Jones last week, the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Second down, another shot for Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Off the play fake, Russell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Kamara running right. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the 1st down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Russell. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Russell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Love looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Russell. And that is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he's brought down.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. 2nd quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. From the 38, Love. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On first and 10, Russell. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 7.
They run it again with Kamara. Fights forward at the 20. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
135 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his run. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Love. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on 1st down. Russell eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keep...
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get it. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Looking to throw. Russell being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. The give is to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Love now to pass on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Love.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
2nd down and 3.
Love now. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Off.
And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. first down. Russell forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. It's complete. Kamara. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless. Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance. So for the Buccaneers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days.